All right, welcome to the show, everybody. Your boy is still not wearing pants. Staying true to form. It's becoming a little bit of a habit, not gonna lie to y'all. I'm able to get away with it here in the New York studio, but clearly this wouldn't work in the DC studio. There are too many people around, and that would probably be considered sexual harassment or something, so I'm only pantless in New York. So a lot of stuff to get to today. We got serious stuff, we got some not so serious stuff. We got Marjorie Taylor Greene goes after Mitch McConnell in a hilarious way. I mean, she acts like Mitch McConnell is Che Guevara. I love that story so much for so many reasons. And then we also have Alex Jones in the show today, trying desperately to hang on to his Trump love and Trump defense, and you're gonna love the clip. Wait until you see like the defining issue for Alex Jones. And we're gonna kick it off here with deepfake scams are here, and they're getting a little too good for comfort. So we'll talk about that. Oh yeah, and later on, slavery. It is back. Well, it never went anywhere, but it's here more than you think. And even big companies like Walmart are benefiting from slave labor. So, great. We'll talk about that. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off here. So, CoffeeZilla tweeted this the other day. Now, CoffeeZilla, he's a really phenomenal YouTuber. He basically goes after scam artists all over the place. Highly, highly recommend his channel. Definitely check it out. We had him on Crystal Kyle and Friends, too, not too long ago. Should definitely check that out as well. He tweeted, deepfake scams are here and we're not ready. And so I'm going to show you the video here. You have Andrew Huberman and Joe Rogan, and somebody made this to hawk a product that neither one of these guys are, on board with. And so it's totally fraudulent, and you're about to see they're almost there in terms of really fooling everybody. So let's watch.
There's a category of supplements that are very interesting, work very well to increase testosterone by about 100 to 200 points.
Well, look, that Alpha Grind product that's all over TikTok, if you go to Amazon and you type in libido booster for men, you're going to find it right at the top. And that's because guys are figuring out that it literally is increasing size and making a difference down there.
It stimulates the testes, if you got those, to make more testosterone or estrogen. There's a
So, I mean, there's still a little bit of an uncanny valley there, it's just a tick off. Joe's rhythm and cadence when he's speaking is a little too robotic to sound like actual Joe Rogan. There is a split second there on screen when Joe is talking, and you could tell if you're really paying close attention that his mouth is not exactly matching up with the words that he's saying. But look, if you show this to a boomer, there's a significant chunk of boomers who would be like, this is real. Like, this is Joe Rogan and Andrew Huberman pushing out this product that is, if they trust Rogan and Huberman, if they're fans, then it's like they could get this product. And, I mean, I guess that's the whole purpose of whoever made this thing. And at some point, man, we're entering uncharted territory here. So they're gonna have to do some sort of regulations around these things, because you're gonna get to a point where there's just fraudulent videos of everyone and everything everywhere, and they're not that far away from making it like 100% correct. Like right now, there's still a little bit of an uncanny valley. I mean, I think there's gonna be a time when they kind of can totally close that gap completely. I mean, right now, if you listen to just the audio on a deepfake, you can fool a lot of people, certainly a lot of boomers, into thinking that it's real. There's one that was floating around on Twitter of Joe Biden where he's like basically talking like a rapper from the hood. And I mean, it's obviously a fake video because of the content of what he's saying. But again, there can be, if somebody's good at trying to con people and they craft a script that sounds close enough, but it's not real, I mean, you could cause a lot of problems with this stuff, man. Not only selling fraudulent products in these giant con games, but this has political implications too. You know, could you imagine a deep fake gets us into an international crisis, gets us into some sort of a war or whatever? I mean, we're not too far off from that point. I mean, the technology has advanced colossally. Even when you look at ChatGPT, for example, I mean, it's pretty advanced, right? I mean, it's still not totally there yet. The other day we had ChatGPT do me debating Trump, and they didn't quite capture it because there was nothing about the Trump lines that were really Trumpy and unique to him, and there was nothing about the Kyle lines that were Kyle-ish. It was just sort of like generic Republican debating generic Democrat. But like they're getting close, where to the untrained eye, they'd be like, yeah, this could have been just like a debate that Trump and Kyle had, and it's just a transcript of the debate. So, I mean, AI is getting wild, man. It's getting wild. And I don't see any way around this other than you have to do regulation on this front, because if you let it become wild west, that's going to cause so many problems. I mean, I'm sure this already is a giant problem. How many like deepfake scams are there out there of Joe Rogan hawking some product that he doesn't actually believe in? And Joe doesn't want that, happening in his name. He doesn't want to be responsible for some poor schmuck getting duped because some nefarious actor decided to use his voice to hawk some nonsense. So it's going to get better and better and better and better, this technology. And, we're at the point now where it sort of feels like we're living in a dystopian sci-fi novel at the moment, It's a wild thing to see. So I don't have all the answers here. All I know is at the current pace we're going, the status quo is not going to hold up. And I guess as a final point, everybody just be skeptical, man. Just be skeptical. I mean, remember, guys, like, your parents or your grandparents, they know people who've fallen for, like, the Nigerian prince email scam. So if that stuff could fool people, just imagine how some of these deepfake things could fool people. So always keep in mind, anytime you have ever heard me say anything that you disagree with, it was a deepfake. I, of course, have never said anything you disagree with. I am your conscience, I am your voice, I am your brain, I am the ideal commentator. Of course, I'm kidding about that part, but it's getting wild out there. So just keep a skeptical eye. We really got to train people in terms of media literacy. With ChatGPT, you already have teachers who are sort of freaking out about it. Like, what do we do in order to deal with this? Because you could just have it write up an assignment that a kid has to do, and the kid didn't have to do any goddamn work for it at all. So we're entering a whole new world, and we're definitely not prepared. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.